Hello and welcome back to the Remembering Tuscola webcast. I'm David Porter. I'm here with, from my left to right, at top we got Bob Taylor and Alan Michener. Then below we got Bill Englehardt, Mike Carroll, and we got a full house today. So I don't know what we got. Aces full of jacks, maybe full house.
Full house. We might end up having a special guest if he ever wakes up.
Peter,
Gail's spending the time with me. He's still on California time. He hadn't got out of bed yet.
Gail sleeps usually. He told me he sleeps about 2 p.m. is his normal.
Yeah. He'll be getting up after a while. He may join us for a few minutes.
Well, let's hope he has pants on.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm hoping when he comes out behind me there.
I know who this is.
Hope he's got his clothes on.
So, anything before we get started? We didn't have Bill last week, but Bill, you said you knew
everybody. You knew everybody.
Knew some of the ones we didn't know last week. Didn't know if you wanted to, if you had any in particular you feel like
the one in particular at the basketball banquet, Bill Burris, Jack Williams, the gentleman on the left was Wallace Wadlin, who was the Presbyterian minister and father of Malcolm Wadlin, who was my class.
Did he graduate with you or leave early?
What time?
Whatever you want. I've got another thing here I've got to deal with.
Mitch, we had more we had a lot of Methodist ministers, like David Lemcow was in our class.
Yes.
130.
Yeah. I've lost track of David, but they have Methodist ministers cycle through about every 2-3 years, and we had a Tuscola kid usually.
Yeah, they do seem to cycle through. I'm thinking about since they've been in the new church. I think we've had at least 5 ministers cycle through that since they've been out at the new church.
And our baccalaureate, remember, was McConkie.
Yep, Reverend McConkie.
And I remember he recited "Man with a Hoe" poem by Frost, and he did it from memory for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Pretty sharp guy. But I forget David Lemcow. He probably left about 8th grade, freshman year or something.
Yeah. He had a sister that was, he had a sister that was in my sister's class, and she would have graduated about 56, I think.
Yeah.
And then David was in our class.
And you lose track of them, Do
you remember the house where they lived? Their Mike, that was the parsonage that was just to the east side of the church. And it was built out of the same brick, and it was a 2-story. And for some reason, I remember it had one of those fire escape tubes out of the back side of it. Mm-hmm. But it was right across from the high school, or what we know as North Ward.
They tore it down for the parking lot.
Yeah, I think so. I think they did.
I always wanted to go down that tube at the old Jarman. I always thought I'd go down that tube.
Yeah.
What it's like to hit the ground out there at 20 mile an hour, but
yeah. Well, I guess it's better than burning up.
I think if you had to pick,
Bill, is your mic back on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I muted you for a second.
Yeah, I apologize. We had an interruption to our building situation. I was going to say about the Wadlins family, wonderful folks. The other 2 daughters of Reverend Wadlin graduated as well. Marilyn, I think, was 69, and Evelyn, I forget what year she was. She was younger. But then there were 2 other things, David, 2 other folks that I recognized, which we talked about. The picture next to Jackie Harvey was a girl named Sharon Russell, who was in my class, didn't graduate with us. They moved. And the gentleman, I can't remember that picture, Alan, can you? that Bill Sedaro's in?
No, I just remember. No, I don't.
Yeah. I mean, the Sedero family was a large family and lived where Wayland's lived on the corner of Daggy and what is that? Center Street, Court
Street. It's no, Nagy and Court. That's the Limna. What I know is the Limna house. That's where Tim grew up.
Yeah.
Behind Kalmar's house now.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I lived just across. I lived to the first house until I was 6 years old. The house just west of Kalmar's.
Yeah.
Right across from the courthouse. We lived there when I was little, and then moved to the Nile Street.
By the time we were in seniors or juniors, weren't the Sederos on Park Street where Fred Ron used to live?
Maybe.
Yeah, just north of Red Prophet, about 2 blocks on the.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I didn't remember they moved there. The only two I really remember was I remember Bob Sedero, and then it was Kay.
Jan.
Kay, and there's another girl in there that was
Jan.
I was in my sister's class, 63.
What was her name?
Jan.
Jan. Yeah, I remember Jan and Bob, and then Kay was older. She married wasn't it Jim Little. From Marcola.
Yeah, Jim Little.
They just both passed away in the last 5 years, probably.
Yeah, good folks.
Yeah.
All right. Are we ready for pictures?
Sure.
I think these are all from 1962 again.
Yeah.
I scanned some from the 80s, but I scanned so many pictures.
That's my sister's class, 60. That's the 63 junior class.
I had to cut them down, and
You see that?
They were the junior attendants for graduation. And when you say 62, are you talking about fall or spring? Because my sister graduated in spring of 63.
I'd have to get the envelope to look to see what month it was, which I don't have with me.
Well, that'd be right, though.
That's a junior.
That they were the junior. If they were the junior attendants for the class of 62, they would have all graduated in 63.
Yeah, these were the top students right there.
So
I got them all. You guys go ahead and get them. I got them all, but you guys got them.
Well,
the names.
The names I can't come up with on the first two girls, but
the second girl is Janet Shelton.
Yes, there you go.
Is the first girl Linda Dallas?
No.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't think so.
Sue Wessel says Alice Lloyd.
Alice Lloyd, that's right.
Lloyd, that's it.
Yeah. There were two John Lloyds. Her dad, they lived up closer to on the county line road, I think.
Right, they did.
Yeah.
And Janet Shelton lived up in there too.
Yeah. And then you got Sue Wetzel.
And
then Mike's sister Melinda.
Yep.
And then the next one I think is a Breen.
She's a Breen.
Yeah.
And then Petey Green.
Yep.
Joe Kleiss,
Nita Bozart, Bob Wyatt,
Dinsmore,
Kathy Dinsmore. Yep.
That's the names that I had.
Yeah.
You can see my sister's wearing the white gown, which indicates why I was the black sheep in the family.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I never got to wear the white gown to be escort. In our class, there we go.
Janie Rothgab.
Senior.
And the Breen. And I should know that gal, but I can't come.
That is Smith.
Is it? Then Miriam Cox.
Yep.
Miss Cox. Wow.
Sandy Smith Wagner, Mike.
Wagner?
Yeah.
Is that Charlie Whalen sitting behind the flowers? Behind the glass?
Yeah, I think so.
That's Charlie Whalen.
You know, I almost
Wagner.
brother.
Linda?
I can't.
When there a Sandy Wagner?
Yes, there was. That might be her.
Yeah.
That's yeah, that's what I've got from Sue Wetzel, Sandy Smith Wagner.
Sandy Smith.
It was a Smith. I
Yeah.
thought it was
Yeah.
Sandy.
You
What
know,
about
I almost cropped the guy on the right out, but I figured you guys would have a keen eye and would probably know who it was.
Yeah.
No, it's Charlie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be about the right time frame for him. So, what was that Breen girl's name? She was
Nancy?
Nancy?
Nancy.
That's right,
okay.
Bob.
Kathy was in our class.
Yeah, Nancy
Sister.
Breen Bell,
Okay.
Jane Rothgeb Hackett.
Jane
Yep.
Hackett. Rothgeb. Jane Rothgeb, yeah, Jane Rothgeb Hackett.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's,
Tom Van Boris in the middle.
yeah, Judge Pate.
Yeah. Judge Harry Pate.
Yeah,
Bet.
Armin Bear.
An Army Bear there. Yeah.
That's Bob, but Bill, isn't that the sheriff, Bob, Newman, with glasses, isn't that the old sheriff?
Russell Helm.
No.
Oh, yeah, I think that's Ronnie Harbaugh.
Ronnie
Oh,
Harbaugh,
Ronnie Harbaugh. Yeah.
tough as nails.
Yeah, boy.
I recognize two of the guys that you guys haven't mentioned.
Tom Van Boris.
Abraham Lincoln and George Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who you got. That. Yeah.
Right.
Everybody steals my shtick.
Supposed to, I don't know. There it goes. Supposed to do a little thumbs up on the screen. Yeah, I recognize those two. This is what, probably the courthouse, county boardroom.
Looks like it.
Looks like it. Is the third guy from the left? Is that Ron Thompson?
Could be. I thought that's who I thought.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is, Alan.
His daughter was in our class. Her name was Becky,
Becky Thompson, you're right.
and she married a
Warner.
Warner from over Garrett area, I think.
Didn't he have a gas station just north of our law office there?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Hold it to
Mobile
Gould,
station.
hold it to Gould, I think.
I think he also ran that one on 36 there on Mooney's corner.
Yeah.
I think there was Phil Anderson had it later, but I think that Ron Thompson had that one too. I think he had both
Yeah.
of them.
Mhm.
Might have.
Well, that's also are those all seniors?
Yes, that's the class of 62.
62.
Yeah.
Well, that first gal, I think, is Ruth Ann Moore.
Yes, that's right. Very good.
And I don't know the second one, but the third one is Schrader,
Marcia.
Marcia Graham Schrader. I don't know the next one.
Sue Wetzel thinks might be Alice Dallas.
Could be.
Is the second one, by any chance, that's not Jan Charneski, is it?
I don't think it's Jan.
That's her class.
Yeah, it is her class.
She was a good student.
Yeah, that might be Jan.
Yeah.
That is Dallas. That is
Yeah.
Dallas. And is that first guy right next to Whalen? Is that John Gurnan?
No, that's on the left is Tom. That's Tom McDaniel's brother,
John
John.
McDaniel.
Oh, that's John McDaniel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then you
Bobby
got,
Wetzel, Bob Wyatt. Is that Howard Patterson in the
I
middle?
think so. I think it is.
Yes, it is.
Marcus Bunning and then Jim Manwaring.
Right.
Yep.
Who'd you say was between Bob Wetzel and Howard Patterson?
Be Wilson. That could be a guy named Wilson. Bob
David Wilson.
Okay. That's one of the names I didn't have.
I think that's David Wilson. That's
I do too. I do good.
In the glasses?
No,
No,
right next to Bob Wetzel, in between Patterson and Wetzel is David.
Oh, in between. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
David Wilson.
That is David Wilson. And his sister was in your class.
Yeah.
Carroll.
The problem is Bob was the class of 63.
Yeah, that's right. But he sure looks like Wyatt there.
Yeah.
The way that
David was a
picture
smart,
looks.
he was a smart guy, quiet guy.
Yeah.
Okay, there's Judy. Judy Wright's the second one. I know that. Jane, blah, blah, blah. Hank Heckler.
Yeah, Judy Heckler. I forgot about her. Yeah.
There's Utterback, Dave Lecker's sister.
Where?
The guy on the right's Bobby, all the way to the right. Bob Knapp.
Oh, Ronnie Knapp.
Yeah.
Ronnie Knapp and Marcus Bunning and
John
And
McDaniel,
Jo-
isn't it?
no, I don't. That's the one that I thought when I saw
I
that.
think it's
Yeah,
John.
I think it is. I think it is
John.
John. Yeah. When did Gernon's leave here? John Gernon.
John Gurnan would have been in this class,
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
but I think he left maybe his junior year or so, I think.
Yeah. That one girl from Carroll Court, third one over, she was a Kappas, Kathleen Kappas. I was in band with her. She married a guy by the name of White from over around Newman.
Yeah.
And her grandson was the vacuum cleaner guy here in town for a while. It was her grandson. Evans.
Kirk Evans.
Kirk Evans.
Well, that's
Kirk
his
Evans is
father.
right.
Greg Evans was the vacuum cleaner guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Kathy Hanner says seventh from the left is Shirley Thomas.
Yes. She had a brother named Bill and another brother named Bob. Bob was just a year older than us, I think.
And Bill Thomas was in our class, my class.
Yes. Yeah. He lives down in Hinesboro. I saw his truck down there the other day. He did some contracting work up here. He did quite a bit of it up here.
Yes, he did.
Somehow he was related to Brett Atkinson. I
Yeah.
don't.
Bob sold cars down at Mattoon for a while.
Yes, he did.
He put the arm on me one day. I was able to resist.
They're all wearing the same shoe.
Well,
Yeah.
those were strict rules back then, military uniforms.
Yeah.
Doc Kletcher.
Well, I don't know.
That's the name I got from Jane Mason Jones. This is appears to be an accidental double exposure.
Does that make it more valuable?
No.
Yeah, it does look must have been a double exposure. It's weird looking.
Yeah, it's you got the same guy in it twice.
Mm-hmm.
Those old cameras,
Adams family.
Yeah.
with those old cameras, you could do that on purpose. There's times you'd want to do a double exposure. You could take a picture of the moon or something, and then not advance the film and take another picture over it, so it looks like the moon is in the picture. Or you could set two different settings, but it's a little tricky. But sometimes it happened by accident.
I think Kletcher's office used to be on the north side of the old T&B. What's Joe's Pizza now? That little shop on the alley. The gal's got closed there. I think that was.
Oh yeah.
Used to be his office back in there. I remember my aunt Annabelle used to be his receptionist.
I remember his name, but I don't think I ever. And I remember her, his wife. She used to live down there on Daggy Street. Across the street from where we were talking about Sedaro's lived,
Right.
and down a couple of houses to the west. And that's where Mrs. Kletcher lived. But I don't ever remember him. I just heard his name.
Yeah.
It looks like he's wearing a rotary button,
Yeah, let's say so.
but the certificate says Illinois State something society, 50-year club membership.
Medical Society.
Medical.
Yeah, what it looks like.
So it looks like we've got two different groups represented here. Rotary and
Yeah. He
medical.
would have been the premier doctor before the days of Doc Deaver and Doc Boylston.
He was 40s and 50s.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Doc Law. When was Doc Lawler? Was he about the same time?
I think so. Another one that I remember the name, but I don't ever remember the person. Yeah.
I'm not quite sure how.
You remember where his house was? It's on Enzy Street on the corner.
Dr. Lawler.
Yeah, it's at, how do I describe it? Stucco like almost.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. Right next to where Flusher's, I mean, well, the latest person lived there that we knew was school teacher, chemistry, K. Kleiss.
Oh,
Right. It's the first house west of K. Kleiss's.
No,
East.
I'm on the street where they built the new apartments
Right.
Yeah.
on Enzy Street. If you go back to the east, there's a.
Oh, yes.
On
I
the
know where
corner.
you're
It's on the corner.
Actually,
Yeah.
I think Paul Flusser lived there at one time.
He
You're talking about
did.
that greenhouse, 2-story greenhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was Dr. Lawler's residence.
Okay.
There's our classmate.
Yeah.
Nice.
Angela Black.
Yeah.
There's her two brothers. David was one of the brothers. David and they went to the First Baptist Church. I can't remember the other brother's name.
Larry.
Larry and David. Angela's going to be there Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's always been really good at coming to any of the
Yeah.
events we've had.
Oh, she's loyal.
Yeah. I don't know for sure where she lives. I think she lives in Terre Haute. Okay.
Indiana. She and we had some great singers back then. She was a great singer. Jimmy Allison, Wayne Henniger.
Yeah.
But she did. She may have sang at graduation. I'm not sure. I know Allison did.
That's Army Bear for sure sitting down, being seated, but I don't know the other two gentlemen. Well, that's Judge Bate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Judge Bate.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like maybe a Memorial Day event.
Yep.
It's like Harriet Jinks sitting that girl down there.
Sitting on the back of a pickup or on a truck bed.
Does the girl look a little bit like Harriet Jinks?
Well, to the right there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. No.
I don't remember what she even looked like.
She looked like that.
Mm.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Just guessing. She had that hair in a bob. I don't know how much younger she was than Patty.
And she was in Jones' class, so
Okay.
3 years younger than us.
Oh, Harriet. I was thinking of Patty Jinks when
Yeah.
you talking about it.
Harriet.
Check out that hat.
Yeah.
Army's hat. Yeah, he wore that a lot. There we go. Put me in, coach.
No.
Yeah. God, I don't know any of them.
Are those the Newman? Bill, is that the Newman guard?
Don't know.
This one
No,
guy
no.
with the not the American flag, but the other flag looks like Pat O'Loughlin. And it's not, but it could be his dad.
Well, it could be, because Pat would only been a
Walter O'Loughlin, I think
Yeah.
that was his name.
Is that
Yeah,
the
I
Villa,
think that's who that is.
is that the Villa Grove post? Looks like the word Grove in the middle of the flag.
It says Jones, so that could be Villa Grove. It says something Jones.
I think it is Villa Grove if it's Jones. As I remember, they have something in their organization.
Scott Shearer says Adolph Brett's in the middle.
Okay.
That's Villa Grove.
And Alicia Hanners asked, "Is that Sonny?" Question mark. But she asked to tag Janice Moody, so probably
I don't think that's
No, there's no Sonny Clyson.
no, it doesn't look like Sonny Clyce.
Would that Adolph Brett's, would it be Paul Brett's father?
Yes, I think that's who that would be. Be Tom's grandfather.
Was that another?
Mr. and Mrs. Kletcher.
Yeah, but is the guy on the left, is that from Arcola? Dr.
Oh, Doc Fischel.
Buck Fischel on the left.
Huh.
Okay.
I don't think I knew him either.
Yeah. Point for
Dr.
Mike.
Doc Fletcher and Mrs. Fletcher.
Mrs. Kletcher's name was Leota, I believe.
Yeah. Leota Kletcher, yeah.
I remember her, not that young a picture, but I think I might have delivered newspapers to her.
She's a good looking woman.
Yes, she was.
Mhm.
Miss Dickinson.
Yeah, Lucille Dickinson. And I should know who that other lady is, and I can't come up with a name.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Sue Wetzel, Gavin says Karen Bossert.
I think she left by the time we were.
What was the name again?
Karen Bossert.
Never heard of her.
No, I don't remember
I don't-
that. I remember the
don't remember
name.
that.
I'm sure she sure looks familiar, but I don't remember that name.
Bossert. I don't think these are local.
No.
Sullivan.
Say Sullivan, maybe? SHS?
That'd be my guess.
Mike, you ought to know them.
I dated all 5 of them, I think.
Yeah, I thought you probably
One
did.
time.
That's
I borrowed somebody's station wagon, took all 5 of them to the.
yeah.
That's a true story.
It
Uh-huh.
is.
Boy.
Tracy Carpenter standing next to the gentleman.
Sure is.
And you probably know who he is too.
Lauren Matthews.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Kathy Hanner says second from left, Lida Jane Hunt.
Yeah, that could very easily. Yeah. Boy, I don't know.
Those are the only names I had.
That's Women's Club.
Those ladies would have been about the same age as my grandmother, I think. Especially knowing Lida Jane Hunt.
She lived a long time.
Didn't she live to be 100?
Yeah.
I know where her house was.
We said kept her house. Her house was a Lincoln era.
Yeah, it looked
Protection.
like Abraham Lincoln's house.
Yeah, I thought they would keep that house. That was a valuable piece of architecture in Tuscola.
Where was that?
Next to Bill Hope. Bill bought the lot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's not who I was thinking of. But yeah, that's right.
He lived.
I remember going there after she passed away, they had an estate sale there.
Yeah, I went to it.
Yeah, I remember my aunt bought my aunt was a big collector of Haviland china. And she was about 85 years old, and she bought $600 worth of Haviland china. And she already had probably 15 or 20 sets. And I don't know what the hell she needed them for, but she thought she did.
Can't have too many sets of Haviland china, my dad.
Yeah. I've got some.
Oh boy, it's our class.
Oh
Yeah,
boy,
right.
there we go.
There we go.
That looks like the smart ones in the class.
Well, I don't see me, you, or Mitch, so it must be.
Yeah.
Well,
I can give an answer to this.
Mhm.
That's the smart ones in the class.
yeah. Yeah.
There's over.
Sorry, boys.
There's
Well,
our-
I was in the top 90%.
I was
Yeah,
top
there you
95.
go.
It's top 95.
Yeah.
There's our valedictorian Carnine, and then there's our salutatorian was Joe Caldwell tied with Nancy Norton.
Yeah.
You know, Lemna, you can ask Lemna this. He and I tied for last on the National Honor Society. They called us in. They said we didn't want to put either one of you on, but we still had one slot. So we went. But there, on the right is Weber, Grimm.
Mm-hmm.
Barbara.
Yeah.
There's Thomas. Isn't that is that Joyce?
Yeah, I think so. I originally thought it was Nancy Norton, but it isn't.
Oh,
Nancy's farther down.
Nancy's the middle near Roy.
You know what? It doesn't look like Joyce, though.
Well, she was real smart though.
Oh yeah,
Joyce.
yeah.
Then Bob Nunn, and then Stan McMorris,
Uh-huh.
Sharon Rose Cappy.
Your Wisconsin nurse.
Yeah.
That's right.
Roy Davis, and Nancy Norton, and Janice Allen, and Teresa Lyons,
Right.
and Carroll Schroet, and Joe Caldwell, and
Sharon Leeds.
Sharon Leeds, and Wayne Henniger, and Dougie Carnine.
Well, we had the bad fortune of being in this class because really, if we'd been in Englehardt's class, we would probably be in that picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you implying I wouldn't have been in the picture?
I'm implying that our class had a bunch of geniuses, and us really smart guys weren't geniuses.
Yeah, that's right.
We weren't good at book learning, right,
See,
Mitch?
there's the difference, Mike. My class was full of smart people too, except I would have been in the picture with them.
Well, no, we had some really, really bright people.
You know, I was thinking that one of Stan McMorris. I didn't realize that he was in that group, but boy, he's a talented guy and has had some kind of isn't it a barbershop quartet that he's been involved in for years.
Yes.
And is really talented.
He can sing, he can play instruments. Of course, his mom sang for the radio station out here when she was young.
Okay.
Rosie was her
They're
name.
Green, they're down at Green. What's the town next to KZ?
Greenup.
Great.
Greenup people.
Yeah.
And he's a great singer.
Well, his brother's in my class.
And his dad was a pretty good golfer. But
Did they I think Stan, does he live in Charleston?
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, he was in the same insurance business just like his dad.
and his brother. They're all staying.
Yeah, his brother was too. Yeah.
Jeff's in Danville, last I knew.
Yeah, he's over at Catlin or Danville somewhere. Yeah, Stan was pretty talented. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there's a crew. Yeah.
There's the ag leaders.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the honor roll there, except for
Well,
Henniger.
yeah, they were. Well, you know, a good thing about Jim Wright is he wasn't in that picture either. So you guys don't have to feel bad. The only person you have to feel bad about, well, in fact, you don't have to feel bad about anybody when you're at Wisconsin, do you?
No, hell no. That's why we go. We don't have to feel bad about anybody.
You guys are middle of the road guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there's Trotz.
Yeah.
Where's he live in California?
Yuba City.
Okay, north of Sacramento, it sounds like.
Yeah, north of Sacramento. Yeah.
Bill died early. Would he have a heart attack or something?
Yeah, I don't know for sure. He had been back here for a reunion once, but it was shortly after that. I don't think it was our 50th, but it was shortly after,
Right?
maybe a 25th or something. He passed away.
Yeah, I think he had a heart attack. Wayne Henniger on the right. I bought a couple of his CDs, gospel songs. It's kind of like he's really a great singer. He's in a four-man group that sings gospel.
Okay. Didn't he teach junior college out in Lawrenceville or someplace?
I think he did. Becky, who's the guy we like his gospel music? We went to see him at Champaign. That guy's name.
Gaither.
Well, you know,
He's like a Gaither, the Gaither group.
yeah. Gail worked for the federal government doing warehouse inspections for all sorts of agricultural products like grain and honey and cheese. And he would go in and inspect these warehouses that were usually getting government loans, and they had to be assured that the product is still there. And he traveled up and down the West Coast all the way from California to Washington and a lot. And you know, he lived in Idaho, but he's lived out in Yuba City for several years now.
His kids are still up north, but he said he's too old to move to get near them.
Yeah, they're in Idaho, I believe. And
Now, Jimmy,
he lost a daughter at a young age. She was only 14, 15, 16 years old. She got that Rice syndrome.
Ooh,
She had the flu, and they undoubtedly had given her aspirin, and she got that and passed away at a young age.
that's tragic. Now,
Yeah,
Jimmy,
it was. It was pretty devastating.
so Jimmy Wright was Schrader his uncle?
Yes.
His mom was the Schrader?
No, I don't think so. I think it was that Schrader's wife and Jim's mom were brothers or were sisters.
Okay.
And but yeah, when we go up to Wisconsin, Jim took us over to the place where she lived after Wendell. Well, I guess Wendell was there at one time, but after he passed away, she stayed up there, and they took us over to where they had a place up there on. Well, it's up on a little town called Webb Lake. There's a couple of small lakes up there, and she lived up there for years.
And then there's Mike Allen, who most high school kids can't imagine this, but Bobby and I played football with Mike, and football in 1965, and in 1966 he's fighting over in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true.
He was in one of those. Wasn't he in that first fight? They made a movie of it. They Were Soldiers with Mel Gibson.
Yes.
Wasn't he in that fight?
That was his commander, was Moore.
Yeah.
His commanding officer.
Can you imagine being a high school senior jerking around and having fun, and a year later you're in a rice paddy?
That's how I found out about Vietnam, was seeing him on TV one night being interviewed.
Yeah.
On NBC, I believe.
They interviewed him when he came back one time right after that movie had come out, and they asked him, he said, how close was the real thing to how they portrayed it in the movie? And he said, too damn close.
No, I think he was in that forward group that they almost got all killed, and he laid there in the mud.
Yeah, I think that's true. Yeah.
He was a radio operator for him.
Yeah.
I remember him making the comment that he said when the firefight started, he said, you had no idea where anybody was. You just started shooting. You had no idea who you were shooting at or anything.
Yes. I bet, I know John Beatty said this, and I bet Mike Allen thought it. It was probably good that he got a dose of Bukovich and Murray in high school.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I know. Bill tells the story. Bill, you tell the story about Johnny Beatty.
Yeah, well, Beatty says that's how he lived through it, was Bucko and Murray, push.
Didn't he
you
come
can't
back?
quit.
Didn't he come back and thank Murray for making him tougher?
Well, they wanted to actually fight him, but
I don't know how you can make a Beatty any tougher, but
Yeah.
he actually wanted to fight him.
then they came out of the womb fighting,
It made a difference for him in Nam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Allen, I used to see him quite a bit. He'd come in the later years when he was getting a little bit of a dementia problem. He'd come in and at Flesser's, and I would see him. I'd be up there having coffee or something, and he'd come in and eat breakfast. And he'd always come over and talk to me, and we always talked about the same things.
Yeah.
Because his dementia was kicking in, but he really was a good kid.
He was a great kid.
And he really went through some really crappy times. He really had it tough.
Bill and I played golf with he and Stanley Stoner and Ronnie Wynn. Remember that?
Yeah.
And he told the same joke probably 5 times, and I realized, something was cooking there, with Mike.
He told the story about when he came back, his dad talked him into going and talking to one of the history classes at school. And he didn't want to at first, but he decided maybe he should. And I guess Shorty went in and sat in the back row, and Mike didn't know he was there. And he said his dad bawled like a baby when Mike told the story of what he went through.
Oh, it was something else.
Yeah.
When I don't know, maybe when Shorty died, I don't know who died, but I went to see Mike at a funeral, and Roger Ingram was there.
Yeah.
And I talked to Roger, I hadn't seen him in 40 years, but Roger told me that he lived with Mike Allen his senior year. I guess
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Roger and his dad got in a big fight or something, and he just moved in
Yeah.
with Mike.
Yeah, he did.
I believe, now you can correct me, but I thought Mike, when he retired, he was a top non-com at Fort Knox.
He was also
I think that's right.
He could have been. He could have been. He also went on to be I think he was the head guy for the VFW in Georgia, because I've got a little
He
pin.
was. I knew that. Yeah, he was.
He gave me a little pin when he was running for office, and I still have it. That he gave that to me. I was going to give it to he has a daughter that lives in Rantoul now, and I was going to always give this pin to her so she would have it, but he and his second wife, his first wife died, and his second wife, we got to know her when Mike was back here, before he died, and she was just a wonderful, wonderful lady. She really took care of him.
Martha.
She was
Martha was her name. Yeah, nice lady.
That Vietnam War era, if you remember right, it sure got a bunch of us guys to go to college, didn't it?
Yeah, you bet it did.
And about 85% of us guys went to college.
Yeah.
So to recap, I've got from left: Mike Allen, Jim Wright, Gail Reeder, Wendell Schrader, Phil Christ, and Wayne Henniger.
That's correct. That is correct. Is that Janice Allen?
Janice Allen. Yeah.
And then that's Fredericks.
Shirley Fredericks.
Shirley Fredericks.
Don't know.
I don't know that one.
She's a senior.
That's that lady that we didn't know, that Bossett or whatever. Yeah.
She was a home ec teacher.
Okay.
The next one's a postal weight, isn't it?
And then
Can't tell.
Janet Shelton.
That's Janet Shelton on the end.
Yeah.
I think I saw where Janice is coming back. I haven't seen Janice for 50 years, 60 years.
Yeah.
I think she's coming back, isn't she, for the reunion?
Well, she wouldn't be in our class.
Yeah, Janice.
Janice Allen's our class.
Oh, Janice Allen. Yeah.
I thought I read that she's coming to the reunion or trying to.
Yeah. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. She's he had a younger brother, would have been your class, Bill, Jim, wasn't he?
Jim was in my class, and then there was Bobby.
Yes.
Younger brother yet. Yeah.
Jim went on to be, I ran into him years ago out at the nursing home. His mother, I think, was out there, and my mother was out there and visited with him. And he was a commercial airline pilot for, I think, Delta Airlines.
Yeah, he flew out of Atlanta. That's where they lived.
Yeah, married a girl from Arcola.
Barb Clark? Or was it
Bonnie Clark.
Bonnie Clark, yeah.
Well, I can name all those.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding. That's the senior graduation. Well, okay. That is Maury Reese and Willie Yoder. Looks like, is that Long, Russell Long?
Willie Yoder.
Thompson.
There's Louis Leitz in there too, or not Louis Leitz.
Louis Hopewell.
Louis Hopewell. Oh boy. Jim Manwaring, Wetzel, Reese.
Probably.
Yeah.
Bob Stout.
And Alan Jones.
Yeah.
No, that's Patterson.
That's Patterson.
Well,
Charlie Cooley.
no, you're right. That could be Howard Patterson. Charlie Cooley's the next row back.
Is he?
Yeah, John, the next row back's John McDaniel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see Cooley now.
Donnelly. Paul Donnelly, Cooley, Manwaring, Bunning, Knapp, Wetzel, not sure.
Mike,
yeah.
Joe Glass.
Is that Martin at the very end? Is that Tommy Martin's brother? Second row? Barry Martin.
Don't know.
No, I don't know. That's Paul Donnelly there, isn't it?
Paul's the second one.
Yeah.
Second row.
Who'd you say that you thought that was? Tommy Martin's brother?
John, yeah, and yeah, all the way to the second row far right. Looked like Gary Martin. I don't know what class he was. I think that
I don't know either. I thought he was older than that, but maybe not. I
thought this was
remember.
his class. Yeah. There's David Wilson on the back row.
Yeah.
And another Wilson is that weren't there two Wilsons in that class?
Was there an Artie Wilson?
Artie Wilson. Yeah, I guess Artie.
Yeah.
Jim Weber back there.
Jim Weber, and you got Mike Weber also down there right next to Joe Kleiss.
And the
Yep.
back row fifth one is, I think, John Gernon. It looks like John Gernon, doesn't it? And then Jim Weber, Jim Rice. Is that a Stabler? And then Jim Weber.
That's John Campbell.
Which one?
Well, the top row, third from the left.
Yeah, I was thinking the fifth one.
Johnny Campbell.
Well, the third one is who?
Who's the fourth or the third one in that's a graduate? If you go down from Joe Kleiss, is that? It looks
Jim
like
Weber.
Jim Rice,
It's Jim Weber.
but it's Jim Weber
Jim Rice is the fifth one in from the right.
from the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
I
saw
thought-
Oh
the
yeah,
graduates.
that's right. Yeah.
Jim Rice, and then you got Weber next to him.
Somewhere in there is Ray Reedy.
Well, Ray Reedy's, I think the first row, third one in from the right is Ray Reedy, I think. First row, third one in.
Yeah, could be.
That looks like Ray Reedy to me. Right there. Next to Bobby Stout.
Yeah. Talk about Louis Hopewell. He's still up at Tolono, I think. He at one time was police chief up there.
Well, he was a half miler, and I remember one track meet, somebody spiked him back when we had real spikes
Yeah.
and senders, and he ran the last lap with no shoe and there blood all over his sock. And he went to Vietnam right away too. I think Louis
He was
also,
a gunner on a helicopter.
yeah, he went to Vietnam about with Mike Allen almost.
Yeah.
Now, I want to go this back row, see if you guys agree. So we got David Wilson, Artie Wilson. I don't know who the third is. The third guy John Campbell?
I think so.
I think the fourth guy is Cliff Klauser.
Yes, I
Yeah,
agree.
I think that's John Gernon, the fifth.
I agree.
And then Weber,
Yeah,
Rice.
Right.
yeah.
Is that a Stabler, the next one?
No,
No, that almost looks like a bunny.
No, Mark's up in the front.
Okay.
And Jim
Then Mike Weber,
Mike Weber.
and then Joe and Pete.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Bunting is, well, let's find Bunting here. Bunting's in the middle of the second row, right behind Louis Hopewell.
Okay. Yep. I agree.
Who's playing the piano?
That is
Nita Bozart.
Nita Bozart. Yeah, sure is. She's a class of 63, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's my sister's class.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I see her every once in a while. She
I think-
lost her husband,
Yeah,
Rex Bridges, a few
Rex-
years ago.
that is Jan Charneski because she was the DARS.
Yeah, that is Jan. I saw that one earlier. Yeah.
She must have had contacts there briefly in high school because she always wore glasses.
Mhm.
Who's the teacher?
I
I
don't know.
don't think it's a teacher. I think it's someone that
Oh, DAR gal.
DAR. Yeah.
Shirley,
Probably.
Shirley Quinn says it's Hallie Hopkins.
Nah.
No, I don't think
So-
so.
No,
Not tall
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah. You guys would have had her. You had her in the fifth grade, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, I don't think that's her. It
No,
could
I
have
don't
been,
think
but
so.
if it is, it's a lot later than I would have thought.
No, she was a tall woman.
Yeah.
and on the right, Bob Wetzel.
Bobby Wessel.
Yeah. And we had a discussion about the Wessels the other day.
Yeah, we got to figure.
Bob
Bob-
is
Bill Burris
Yeah,
is
Bill
brother.
Burris's
Brother-in-law.
brother-in-law. Yeah. Okay.
Their mom was Margaret, and Sue
Right.
and Steve are brother and sister, and their mom was Mary, and lives south of town about a mile or
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Well, you know, Frida Morris there and Gerald Welber. Yeah.
she married a Jim Ploger, an insurance guy up in Champaign. I talked to him about a month or two ago.
Mm-hmm. That's that Kathleen Kappas
Maury
and Maury
Maury
Reese.
Reese.
I
Yeah.
think they won the music award, I think.
Maury's got a bunch of stuff out on YouTube.
Kathleen Cap. Hey, Mike. Kathleen Kappas is Stan and Chuck White's sister-in-law.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
She was good.
Yeah.
I sat next to her in band. She was really a nice gal.
Now, what's more he got on YouTube, Bob?
But I mean, he sings a bunch, plays a piano or whatever it is, and
He could do anything. He very
Yeah.
talented.
he was really, really good.
What's
Yeah.
it called? What are those called? I can't remember. I saw. Oh, he talks about going back to 59 or going back
Yeah.
to 63 or whatever, and then he starts singing and playing music from that era.
Yeah.
He is very talented.
That 63 class was something else.
Yes.
He got in the Hall of Fame, and his nominating letter or his backup letter was Wozniak of Apple.
Yes. Yes.
That's pretty powerful.
That's pretty powerful
Yeah.
stuff.
Mine was even more powerful. Mine was Bill Englehart.
Well, that's a Dallas girl, isn't it?
Yeah, is that Alice?
Alice Dallas and
Mhm.
Bob Wetzel.
So far, we've named half the people we've named are Dave's cousins or relatives.
Mhm.
Probably. And Judge Harry Pate on the right.
Yeah, that's correct.
Harry Opate.
Yeah, Alice would be probably a second cousin.
There's
Jan.
That's Jan. Yeah.
no sister-in-law. Up on her toes. I don't know. Maybe her heels hurt.
There was
No,
a little
maybe she's trying to be taller.
Well, that goes around a lot.
there's a little
Maybe-
discussion that Phil White used to always have the girls step up on their tiptoes for the pictures for some
That's
odd.
interesting. I wonder what that was about.
No, you got to know Phil.
Yeah, true.
He had a toe fetish. Is that Kaskaskia, Bill?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Is it Casket or is that the Elks
Well,
where the
No, I
breakfast
think-
place is now?
That
Sure
looks
looks
like
like-
the fireplace that used to be down at Kaskaskia.
Yeah, it does.
I don't have any names on this one.
Oh, I've seen that guy.
I don't have any names on this one either.
Well, I don't know anything.
No, I don't either.
Or she was
Yeah.
good looking.
That's Linda Moore.
Linda Moore.
Yes.
And on the right was Connie Schneider, I think.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember her. Linda Moore, I do. I always thought Linda Moore was really a pretty girl.
She was. Don Fortney remembers Connie, I think. I think Don dated, Don came in the freshman year. He was really about 25 years old, and we were Don was ahead of all of us. Not far behind was Hooter and Pangburn. There's Linda again.
God, she was a pretty girl.
I had the pleasure as a freshman when they carpooled to high school. My sister Linda Moore, Marianne Parrish, and Jeannie Furkel and Barb Nuccio. I got the pleasure of being squeezed in the back seat with all those girls for a whole.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I bet you were squeezing.
Well, that introduced me to the joy of dating. I don't know what kind of dive that guy on the upper dive is going to do.
Yeah, he's taking a
Yeah.
nap on the high board, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's going to do the belly flop double.
I read on the comments on that picture that that was Scotty Bronca's aunt. He talked to her about Aunt Linda,
Really?
and I'm trying to figure out how that. I think it's
Judy Field's daughter, I think, is Scott Bronca's mother. or daughter-in-law's mother. Judy Fields.
Oh, yeah, they're connected.
Judy
That's
Fields.
right.
Okay.
Glenda, Diane, and Judy married Guy Fields and had a couple girls. I think that one girl is Bronca's.
Wife.
I think his wife is the daughter of Judy's daughter.
Right. Right.
She's down in Arizona. Came back. My sister died. She came back.
How are you?
Couldn't be.
Do we have a truck?
We got to get him off. We got to get him off camera right now. He ain't got any clothes on yet.
No, get him now. The whale, the beach whale. Put the beach whales on.
Yeah. Yeah. There's.
I talked to
Let's see if I
Linda
can
Moore.
catch him here.
There he is.
Oh, God. Trots.
Don't show the bottom half. My wife.
He just got up, so we had to. He doesn't even know what day it is.
He didn't know what universe he's in.
Yeah.
Ross, at least put a slinky on down there somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cover that thing up.
Yeah.
We had a trout sighting a little bit more than we wanted to see.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
So are you sleeping with him, Mitch, or you got him in a separate bedroom?
Oh no, we got him in a separate bedroom. It gets it all blanked out. He's got the blinds closed. Hell, he doesn't know what time of the day it is. You know.
Yeah.
He said he's doing better though. It's only 1:15
Well, he
today.
gets up about 2. He got up an hour early today.
Yeah, that's right. He was up an
That
hour
was-
early.
That was worth the price of admission.
There you, yeah,
It's 11:15
Half a shot of a half a
California
cheek
time.
there.
So you're up before noon.
yeah.
Before noon.
Yeah.
Right.
Happy
Hey,
birthday.
Alan, I talked to Linda Moore at Diane's funeral.
Oh, did you?
She and Marianne Holstead, yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, tell Trots happy birthday. I saw him with his birthday uniform on there.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Matt. I'll tell you.
Oh,
There she is again. There he is. There's Bob and Jan.
Yeah.
Bob was a cool cat, Bob was
Bob was a nice guy.
he was a super nice guy.
Really liked him. Used to shoot baskets in the barn out there.
Yeah, they did. And Bob's an easygoing guy. And Pete, his best friends were Tom Grubb and Joe Kleiss and Pete Green. And they talked him into playing football. He didn't want to play. And he wound up being really a great football player senior year. Bucko turned him in. He played tight end. He was really good.
Yeah.
He was ferocious in basketball. You talk about you go up against a rebound with Bob, you're going to get a knee or an elbow or something. He was tough.
I bet we can guess the center one.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're on the right is Leitz. That's Carolyn Leitz, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Hilligoss.
That's, the other gal's Nancy Jones, I think.
Nancy Jones is right, but Carolyn Leitz is Tim Hilligoss's mom. Married my cousin Jim Hilly.
Yeah.
And in the middle,
Wilma Allen,
She's still what is Wilma now? 98, 99?
99, I thought.
I think she's 99.
Becky,
She looks just like she does in this picture.
Yeah.
yeah.
She doesn't change much.
Becky thought she was 100.
She's getting close.
Well, we're all getting close.
She's getting ready to have I know she is because they're getting ready to have a birthday party for her birthday isn't until like in January or something, but I talked to her daughter not too long ago and they're going to have a sort of a get together for her on sometime in October. And I think it was for a big event. I don't know if it's 100 or not, but it was for a big event.
It would be 100.
What do you think about all of us guys having our 100th birthday this year, just in case?
Well, I think
Well, that's true. I think we ought to have it now.
That's what I'm saying. We may not quite make it.
Yeah, you're right.
There's
Trots might be 100.
Yeah.
Willie.
Willie Yoder. Yep.
Willie Yoder.
Bucko liked him. Willie was just a tough little kid. He's still in the wasn't he in the Arthur area, farm down there? Or
He died.
He's died.
He died quite some time ago.
where did he live? Wasn't he over in the Chesterville?
Go down on the Bourbon Road.
Bourbon Road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chesterville.
His mother ran the Omana Cafe.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. I go down by there when Bob and I go down to Shady Crest for lunch on Fridays. We usually go that way, and the place where Willie lived really started to deteriorate pretty bad. But boy, whoever bought it has fixed it all
They
up,
fixed
and
it up, haven't they?
it really looks nice now. Yeah.
Well, this must be a Phil White shot.
Yeah.
Erica Steiner
Missy
and
Wyatt.
Missy Wyatt. Yeah.
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 So Erica was pretty too.
Yes.
Both of them are cute.
Yeah.
That's Clutchers again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, looks like it. Another double, might be another double exposure.
Yeah.
It looks like it. Yeah.
I got a couple names here. Karen Hackett says Art Hill on the left and Louise Hill on the right.
Huh. Don't know them. They must have been Murdoch people if Karen knew them.
I see that homemade pie on the table. That's what I see.
That's what I saw too, right in the middle.
Oh boy.
I think that one old boy is eyeballing it.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's because it's lunchtime. That's why you're looking at that
I'll
pie.
tell you what, that was the health department ruined the golden age when we used to have all that homemade food, and they won't let you do it anymore.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I agree with you.
That was the worst health ruling ever. Bob
Ruined it for the schools too. No homemade cookies at the schools like they used to be either.
Robert Kennedy ought to overrule all that stuff. Go back to homemade food.
Well, there's the amphitheater.
Yeah, that's the best picture we've seen of the amphitheater. What it really looked like.
Well, that was
Yeah.
they've already removed. Looks like the
Yes,
Oh,
I see
Yeah,
that
they
a lot of
removed the bleachers.
yeah.
that,
There's
that gal looks like Hop Connor's wife, but I don't know if it is.
the people are sitting on those concrete bleachers, but it looks like the upper ones have been removed.
Yeah, they're gone.
It would be
Yeah.
uncomfortable for a long concert. I would not want to sit on one of those things for a long concert.
No, but they did weather well.
They did weather concrete does weather well.
Yeah.
It's better than wood.
Yeah. Well, you know, they used them for years down at the Big Diamond at there for where the I don't know
Little League.
where the Little League
The high school.
yeah, on the bigger diamond, which was one there to the south, and they used those concrete slabs for benches for a long time.
It's a wonder somebody didn't get killed on those.
Bill, is that the second gal in from the left? Doesn't that look like Hop Connor's wife?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't have any names.
I didn't know any of those. That's Rita Van Zandt.
Rita Van Zandt.
Yep. Her dad was Daryl Van Zandt. I worked with him at DeKalb.
Yeah. I never could get Daryl Van Zandt to laugh at anything I said when I
He
worked.
didn't laugh very often.
No, he was a serious guy.
Her sister married Art Moss.
Yeah. He died about a year ago, didn't he, Artie?
Yes.
Yeah, Artie died.
Yeah.
Rita was my sister's class. She was a great gal. There's one of the multi-billionaires of Tuscola.
Couches.
You know, I think that lady is Harriet Wiesner.
Well,
I think that's Bert and Jim Wiesner's mom, Boyd Wiesner's wife.
Oh, that's what Kelly Wiesner has.
Yeah. I thought it was Harriet.
so this is Couches just giving away some of their money.
Yeah, you don't know what that was all about. But that's been a while ago because the depot's there just south of the community building. That's inside the community building.
Yeah.
You know,
Karen Cappy says it's Dick Couch.
yeah. There were
Jack
three-
was it Jack that just died like a week
Yeah.
ago?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think it was.
These are all best friends with Daryl Ferris. Mitch, we should have saved that. We should have somehow saved that depot.
Yeah.
How
it
old was David? How old was Jack Couch?
I didn't see the obituaries. I don't know.
I think he was in his 90s.
But Daryl told me.
Yeah.
Now, I like the depot picture because you see the ridges at the top that you don't see in a lot of the other pictures.
That was a good.
Yeah.
We could have saved that. That would have been a good historical Historical Railroad Museum, just save that and make that a little museum.
Right.
We should rebuild it like they did the Broom Palace in Arcola.
There you go.
I don't know if we get the money. We don't have a,
Well, you know, they wanted to try to save the TY Tower. They tried pretty hard to save that.
no, I was a city attorney at the time, and I'm a real historian, and they talked about taking it apart piece by piece and labeling it and just rebuilding the parking lot at the community building or over at your place eventually.
Yeah.
And I think some of us, well, that's an old building. I said, yes, most historical.
Most historic buildings are old. Yeah.
I think the vote was 8-0 against. I mean, I lost that one. I won a lot of battles, but I lost that vote 8-0.
Yeah.
There he is.
Lauren Matthews.
Yeah.
One.
Blow it up and see if we can see any of the ladies, but I don't think we'll.
Nope.
Mm-mm. No.
There's
Harry German.
Harry German sure is. Yeah.
that was Bob Hastings' buddy. Those guys ran a lot, did a lot of baseball together.
He was the administrator at the hospital, wasn't he?
No, he's a railroad guy.
Harry German. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Looks like a mail drop.
I coached his. Bob tells a story. They're over at the state fair and they're over there hustling, and Harry German pulled out a card that said he was president of CNEI Railroad, and they looked at Bob, and Bob pulled out a card that said he was Harry German's boss. But he and Bob did a lot of little league. They built that big diamond where the American Bill where they play hardball, the high school.
Yeah.
That's actually Harry German Field.
Yeah, he was the guy that did it. Bob helped him, and I coached his son in Babe Ruth ball. I forget his name. He had a boy that Harry German Jr. I forget his name.
Well, he built some kind of when he retired, he built a pretty nice home, I think, over at Atwood.
Garrett.
Yeah.
Big two-story Victorian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lived next to my aunt Geraldine Oy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you mentioned Bob Hastings, had the newspaper, but also had the print shop. When you own your own print shop, you can be anybody you want to be.
Oh, Bob was.
That's right.
Bob was.
That's right.
For business cards.
Bob was a lot of things, depending on where he went and what he wanted. Oh, there's Mrs. Pate in the back, isn't it? Is that her upper left or not?
I don't recognize any of those ladies.
Dawn Ocon, is that how you pronounce her name? Says far right sitting is Irene Traeger. That's the only name I had on that one.
No, I don't know any of them.
Could be Hugo.
Well, we know those. We know those.
Those are all our teachers.
Davison and Sluss, don't know. Dickinson,
Dickinson.
Woolman, don't know.
Yeah.
So you knew most of them.
Who's the black-haired gal with glasses? We don't know her.
No. They used to talk about, and I can't remember what her name was. There was a lady that was a teacher for years. I remember Bill Dean talking about her. And he'd been out one night. Bill talked about being up one night and all night long, and came to class, and he couldn't keep his eyes open. And she said, "Billy, have you been up?" And he said, "Yes." And he said, "Well, why don't you just lay your head down there and take a nap? And I'll wake you up when class is over." And I can't remember who she was, but they all liked this woman.
I was going to say, I wish I'd had her all the way to school.
Jenny always, she would say anytime she had a kid that fell asleep in class, she'd just let him sleep.
Yeah.
He figured he must need the rest. Which school is this?
Well, that would have been here because all those
Looks like high school.
Miss Magnuson taught business classes, Miss Sluss taught Latin.
Well, I see bleachers over here on the right, it looks like.
Oh, I don't think those are bleachers, are they?
Oh, not bleachers?
Well, let me see.
What room is this? Because I'm looking at the piping back here in the back and the construction. I don't recognize that as being the high school.
Yeah, I don't.
Just wondering.
That isn't the balcony at Northward, is it?
No, I think that could be the high school. They just put a thing over there against the wall to display stuff.
Well, I don't remember
Ingo, you would know. Can you see this?
this construction or
I think it's the high school.
where that would be. It looks like wooden floors, Mike. Unless it's a gymnasium, it would have to be like Northward or Southward to have wooden floors.
That's too new for Northward or Southward, I think.
I don't know.
I'm looking over top of Miss Dickinson's head at the background there. I think actually it's in the high school, but I can't tell you where.
That looks like mechanical stuff.
Well, it looks like a support for whatever is up in the air.
That'd be the southeast corner where you go back, store stuff back in there, the high school gym.
Possibly.
You know, just the
Trying to figure out what this is along this wall.
Yeah.
They look like
That's what
seats
I said.
back there, but I can't tell.
Display. It's art display.
yeah, I thought they pulled it out to there's Wilford Ralston's carving there, I can see.
Yeah, I thought it looked like maybe too steep for bleachers, but kind of looked like bleachers that would pull out and push in.
Yes.
Do I get 2 points for pointing out Wilford Ralston's wood carving?
Yeah, that's you got lots of points this week, Mike.
Damn, I'm
Then you've got
hungry.
a shelf looks like built onto the wall back here on the left. Just trying to figure out where that is. It doesn't. I can't think of anything in the high school where this would be. Anyway, that's it for this week.
That's it
That's
for this
pretty good.
week.
That's
Well,
it.
Can we see one more shot of Gail nude?
Yeah, that was the shot of the day.
Kind of close it out. Maybe a moon over Miami, Sean.
Yeah.
Maybe hold that oat bucket in front of him and just
Yep.
Is Gail going to come to reunion Saturday dressed, or do you know?
Well, I don't know if I can get him up.
It may not be up.
You know, that starts at noon, and I don't know if he'll be up. No.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Well, to be fair, he lives in California, right? So
Yes.
noon is 10 a.m. there.
That's right. That's why he's just getting up. No. Well,
You still at 40 people, or you think you're climbing a little bit?
oh, I don't know. I like I said before, I think we'll have a big crowd of in-er and outers, you know, people that come and visit for a while and then leave. A lot of them that aren't going to come for the luncheon, but they're going to be there for, just to visit for a while. But
How many classmates have actually registered?
40.
40 classmates?
Well, no, that's not true. Probably 35, 36.
That's pretty good
guys,
turnout, actually.
yeah, a lot of guys are bringing their spouses.
That's
Yeah.
about half the remaining class, Mitch.
Huh?
That's about half of what we got left. 35.
Well, you know, you
Yeah.
made the comment the other day that we had lost 25%, and I thought, dang, I didn't think we'd lost that much. So I went to the statistician, Max Albritton,
Yeah.
and he sent me the list of deceased, and we have lost 32 of approximately 94 that started or that graduated. Which,
1/3.
which is about a third, which is more than
Yeah.
what you actually said.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm always optimistic.
Yeah.
Maybe some of
Well-
them fine. They're not really dead.
Yeah, but they, and then he sent me a list of the ones who had been served in the military and how many of them had gone to Vietnam and there's a lot of guys that have gone to Vietnam that were in support groups that really weren't in. Mike Allen is the only one that I know that was really in combat. The rest of the guys were all, Max was, and a lot of the guys, Pangburn was, and Shuey was, and all those guys were in support groups, which.
Well, I kept Massachusetts safe for 2 years. Where nobody died on my watch in the Springfield, Mass.
I kept them all safe in South Korea when I was there. So
Well, it was quiet when you were there. They did.
yeah.
They cleaned it up when you showed.
Well, because the reason I ended up going there, I had orders for Vietnam, and 3 days before we were to leave, they canceled all our orders and shipped us all to Korea because of the Pueblo incident.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they thought they were going to have trouble over there, and so they shipped a bunch of us over there, and then we never had really any trouble. There's a couple of times when I was over there that they tried to infiltrate from the north down to assassinate the president of South Korea, but it never happened. So
I was the only guy in the Army. They sent me my. They said, "Where do you want to serve?"
About ready?
They send you this thing saying, "Where would you want to serve?"
Okay.
And I said, "Well, I was married to Ann at the time." She said, "I like New England," so I put down Vermont, Massachusetts, New Hampshire. I remember my orders came, and I remember I started reading. It said Da Nang, Tra Nang, Quan Ding. I thought, "Oh no, I'm going to Vietnam." Well, that's just Army, lingo. I got Springfield, Massachusetts. I'm the only guy in the history of the Army to actually get
what you asked for.
I mean, everybody's going to Vietnam, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm going to go there anyway. I might as well put down New England.
Yeah.
I believe that Joyce Grimm, she had married a guy from Arcola by the name of Richard Carson.
Oh yeah, he died.
And I think he was the only one that was killed in Vietnam from Douglas County.
Yeah, Arcola guy. Yeah.
I didn't realize that's who that was.
Yeah.
I knew there was
I think Jack Schaefer might have been from Arcola. And there's a Lindsay boy from Arcola that was killed. He was a helicopter pilot. But don't hold me to that.
Well,
Dick
the only
Carson
one that we've got buried out here that is that Carson.
Yeah.
Dick Carson, well, his body was moved. Dick Carson was a good friend of mine. We worked together at DeKalb.
Okay.
And Joyce was his wife,
Right.
of course. But anyway, hey, listen, I'm going to have to cut this short. You guys have a nice time on Saturday.
Okay.
Tell everyone hello, but I've got another appointment today. So
Why don't you come up Saturday?
You could come up Saturday. You'll be welcome.
well, I've got a little obligation that day.
Okay.
But
right.
if I could sneak away, I would and say hi. But other than that, I've seen trots. That's all I need.
There you go. That's right.
I've seen enough. In fact, I don't know if I could even see anything the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.
All right. See you, Bill.
Thanks, Bill.
Bye.
Yeah. Well, I had a couple cousins over in Vietnam. I had one cousin on the Porter side that died in Vietnam. And then Dave Inyard, who lived at Murdoch when he died, was in Vietnam.
You say Dave Inyard?
Yeah.
Who was Tiny in your?
Tiny was, well,
Made at Eisner's or something?
Yeah, he worked at
he works at Eisner's. He works with Ronnie Dick. Ronnie Dick always talked about Tiny Inyard.
Yeah, it was one of Ronnie's proteges.
Yeah. Who was the Inyard that went on to be the head of the Illinois National Guard?
That's Dave. That's Dave's brother, Bill.
Bill. Okay. Their dad used to live in a little house up there on Pembroke Street that I remember. I don't know. I think I'd sold him some stuff from the lumberyard at one time or stuff, but it wasn't much of a house. But he lived there by himself.
Didn't he even think about running for president one time or higher office, Senate?
Well, he was a congressman.
Congressman. Okay.
Yeah, he was elected from Belleville. But yeah, the house was. His father lived there, and then when he went into hospice, moved in with my sister, and then my brother moved into that house for a little while.
Yeah.
Here comes Trots with no clothes on again.
Yeah.
What's his theory there? Is he just a kind of a California nudist?
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
I tell you what, I've seen more Trots today than I saw in 4 years of high school. I even took showers with him, and I still see.
Put him on the air. We're at the end of the show here. Put him on the air.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
you guys, we isn't that something though? We grew up in the 50s, which was kind of we think of as perfect. There was nothing really going on. It was a great life. We going to high school was really great. I mean, we had a perfect life, and all of a sudden there's Vietnam sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite a transition, isn't it?
It was. It was. And you said it right. 85% of the people went on to tried to go on to school because they didn't want to go to Vietnam.
No,
And
none of us were hungry for it. None of us were hungry for it.
I told you the other day that I had looked one day. I think that the lottery went into effect a couple of months after I got drafted, and I looked up the other day to see what my number was, and I think my number was like 364 or something like that. I probably would never got drafted, but it was too late. I was already gone.
I actually got they had a deal where you go to college. They even had a deal where you could go on to advance. I probably went to law school, but you had to join ROTC. So I went to basic training,
Right.
law school, came back, went to officer basic, came back. And actually, by the time I went active duty, the war was winding down. They said, you can go on the reserves. And I said, no, I've gone through basic. I've gone through the arts. I actually was tired of working about 55 part-time jobs. So I went in the service for 2 years because I wanted to get a good salary. $9,000, second lieutenant.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, that
I
was.
paid 4,000 secretary. We were in tall cotton, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
No
Mentioned,
kidding.
how about Dave Englehardt, my cousin? I wasn't named after him, but he's the reason why I always went by David and not Dave. Because in my family, if you're talking about Dave, you're talking about Dave Englehardt. And so
Why
if
don't they
you're
call
talking
you
about,
Harlan? Anybody call you Harlan besides Duff and your classmates?
no, not in my family. In fact, I was looking through the family reunion scrapbook, and in 1965, I was the youngest family member at the family reunion, and it referred to me as David at that time. I was just a baby, so
Yeah,
I was always called David from the beginning.
how come your classmates started calling you Harlan?
Well, someone found I got called to the office. Harlan is my first name, and so the office called over the intercom for Harlan Porter to come to the office, and everybody found out what my first name was and started calling me that.
There you go.
Just fine. So,
Well, I think the meeting's falling apart. What do you think, Bob?
yeah.
Well, Mitch thinks he's hungry.
I'm getting hungry. I've got to get something to eat.
Well, there's a whole box of oats there.
Yeah, well, I'm getting ready to eat a few crackers and ham salad for
We
lunch.
can't eat the oats until they're made into cookies.
Yeah, those got to be
All
made
right.
into cookies. Yeah.
I was hungry until Trots walked by, and now I've lost
You've
my.
lost your appetite.
I
Yeah.
don't know what to eat for a week.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Well, you don't need to lose any more weight.
No, I don't. I could probably put me in, coach. My legs are good. I could.
Yeah.
He and I were talking about, we both take that Ozempic for diabetes.
Yeah.
He's down to 167 pounds and I'm down to 157 pounds.
Well, I took it, and I was staying around 235, and then I got sick, and I got to 190. I'm about 205 now. I want to stay about 205, 210 if I can.
Well, I think it's smarter. I don't want to get any thinner because like we talked before that, you get sick and you get in the hospital, you go down pretty fast.
Yeah, there's no reserve.
And with no reserve is right. That's true.
Well, Mitch, you going to eat right at 12, you think? Or are you going to just
No, I don't know. I think it starts at 12.
pretty informal?
It's going to be, it'll be pretty informal. There'll be a buffet.
Okay.
And she already talked about that. So
Saturday
the
at
only-
Flesser's.
pardon?
Saturday at Flesser's.
Saturday at Flesser's. Yeah. 12 to 4. And she, there is something that has come up at the last minute that there's going to be one of the girls. Well, it was Angela Black has made a black and gold quilt, I think it is, that she wants to raffle off if people want to, buy a raffle chance or whatever, and then donate the money back to the class. So I'm pretty sure that you the one told me that.
No.
No, it must have been Max that told me that. So anyway, That's the only other thing
I'd
that I
say
know
we're
is
the-
going on, just a visit.
We're at a point now where the class may not need too much money.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, I've been sending, in fact, I got to do one for Pat O'Loughlin. What I've been doing, we have some money set back, and we decided that anytime anybody passes away, we send a memorial to the charity of their choice. And so I mean, it's like $25. It's not a lot, but
Where do you want me to send you and Bob's memorial?
well, send it down. Since we go down to Arthur all the time to eat lunch, just send it down there so they can got something.
JD, send
Yeah.
it to ice cream.
I'll
Right.
probably outlive you, Mike, so you can send your my memorial to me directly now if you'd like.
The back porch memorial fund.
Yeah.
Well,
I told my kids, see, my oldest boy, Rob, is 55. He's retiring next month.
Oh, and that's unthinkable.
And I told him, I said, 15 years, you're going to be 70. I'll be 93. You don't need any inheritance when you're 70. So that's going
Right.
to somebody else.
Yeah.
Right.
No, you're right. Yeah, I had some clients had a lot of money with kids. I told all of them, give your kids money when they're young, when they need
Yep.
it. You're buying a house or whatever, but they don't need it when they're 60 years old and they've
Nope.
got their own nest egg, And I have clients that were worth $2, $3, $4, $5, $10 million. Said, well, but I need that money. I said, no, you don't. You don't need 10 million. Give them some
Yep.
money when they're young.
Good point.
Right.
Good point.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
It's hard to part with it, I know.
Yeah. Well, it's that security blanket.
Yeah, it's that nursing home. You want to get to a good nursing home.
Yeah. You want to give the money to a good nursing home. That's right.
You want a private room and they actually bring you halfway decent food. That's what
Yeah.
you want money for.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
See you Saturday, guys.
thank you
All
for
right.
tuning in,
Yeah.
and we'll see you next week on Remembering Tuscola.
Okay.
Right.